All right, Craps fans, welcome back. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. Back at you for session number 2 of my 30 session series on the Waylon's Way Craps Baccarat $50 profit target, $25 unit. All right. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 500 there. I'm hoping that this series is going to show me that I don't need that much. All players are here. What do I need? I need some natural light. Got my fan on, got my light on. I think we're ready to go. All right, let's roll this bad boy. All right, so $25 on the don't. That's the way I've been starting. Same way I play here. And I got a box cars, so that's a big old nothing burger there. Do it again, do it again. All right, here we go. Still coming out. Hey, Charles, good afternoon. Nemo, good afternoon. 6, 4, 10, down on the end. All right, so right now I'm into my bankroll for $25. Going to keep track of how much of my bankroll I use and whether I can get to 2 units without blowing out my bankroll. Again, this is session 2 of a 30 session series. I'm only doing it 1 time per day, so when I'm done with this, packing up the table and getting ready to go to Vegas. Yeah, we'll not have another one until I'm settled in Vegas, and I don't know when that'll be. Maybe middle of June. Hard 10, that's going to be a loser. All right, didn't have anything on Crapsy, so now I got to go 2 units on the pass line. All right, so I'm in for 75 right now. Dr. S, what's going on? Turn the volume down a couple of... Oh, wow, that was only at 3. Interesting. All right, here we go. Coming out. 325, fever. 325. All right, Dr. S asked, is the house ready yet? No, the house is not ready yet. The house is put together. The 2 halves are put together, but they got a lot of work to do. Yeah, this is just the Baccarat. For me. I was told by the AC guy today when I spoke to him that they told him that they plan on connecting all the utilities next week. 10, hard 10. Which was news to me, which is great because they said I didn't expect them to be doing anything on it for a couple of weeks because we were told we got 10 houses in front of us. The only reason they went and did the initial setting was to keep people out of the house. Casual people. Anybody that really wanted to get in there could still get in there. All right. Looking for a 5. I got $75 of my bankroll invested. I got a 9, 6, 3, 9. Oh, you're out to the cage already? All right, good job, Nemo. 325, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. 325. Well, let's see how much Nemo left with. How much did he take off the table? $7,700. You are an animal, absolute animal. All right, so I'm coming down off of that, back out for 1 unit. All right, so that's going to pay me 2 units. So I'm now up 1 unit. So I'm going to stay on the pass line for 1 unit. So I was in 75 bucks. All right, let's see if we can get one more. Six, 4, 10. That's not a great number for the light side. Let's see if we can hit it. 6, 4, 10. All right. So again, I want to track getting my 2 units, but I also want to track how much of my bankroll I go into so I can possibly adjust my starting bankroll number. Because most of the time when it's really smooth, you barely go to level 3. So the question is, if I start with that amount, would I be able to get enough to recover that? All right, 628, 628. So I'm thinking 250 is going to be enough. So let me put I don't need to separate it. I'm thinking 250 is enough to get the 2 units. So if I wipe out my 250, I got five winning sessions to get it back. And I certainly had that when I was in Vegas. So I'm hoping that's what the data will show when we're done with this 30 session series. Hard 6. All right, looking for a 10. Is a fish not an animal? I'm sorry, I thought a fish was an animal. 538. Oh, what happened? Two craps, aces in both places. Just fins. $617. All right. Well, that's kind of the expected response on that one. All right, so I'm going to lose my 1 unit. Go back out for 2 units on the don't pass. Into my bankroll for 2 units. Coming out. And we got a 628, easy 8. Here we go. 5-2, we're all through. All right, so that's going to pay me 2 units. So that's my 2 units right there. I'd be heading for the redemption machine. And I was down 3 units. So I'm going to write that on my board. So this was session number 2. I made my $50. And my bankroll that I used was $75. All right, there we go. Session number 2 in the books. Now I can try to catch Nemo, that fishy animal. All right, so let me go down on that. Let me go up on my lay 4. There we go. All right, coming out. 426. All right, Nemo says, I want to know your opinion on the Hedgeless Horseman if you decide to play it. Yeah, I haven't even watched it. So what is your plan out there? Hit them 3 or 4 times a day? Hey, Hoko. Al, what's going on? Aloha. I mean, ideally, Dr. S, I don't know what a realistic... I mean, I don't want to be frantically running all around Vegas, hitting up different casinos. I like the idea, and which is when my wife was there with me time before last, it's like, hey, all right, you want to go out to eat? I'd go hit the machine, take out $50, and treat it really like an ATM. And then we would go eat and have a nice time. So, I don't know. I mean, I certainly wouldn't go and play every day, but I mean, ideally, I'd like to have 10 wins a day to make it $500. I think that would be a pretty nice day. But even 5 wins a day at $250, that's pretty respectable. All right, so that was a 415. All right, so I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, I'm not going to spread it around to different bets. All right, we got a 617. The best. These are the best bets in the house right here. 1.36, 1.41, 617. I really don't want to be there playing a long time. I just want to get my money and get the hell out of there. All right, what do I want to do? I'm going to go 500, don't pass. See what happens there. Yeah, but I know in this, so this series, I'm doing what I did in Vegas, just looking for 2 units. $25 units, 2 units, 50 bucks. Hit and run. So, you know, again, I'm not there. I'm going to be living there, so it's not like I'm visiting and I have to get all my gambling in. But certainly you could easily hit 3 or 4 casinos in a morning, right? That's 200 bucks. You know, if you win all 4 of them, that's a nice little kitty for the day. So I'm not sure, Dr. S. So right now what I want to do is, with this 30 session series, is size my bankroll appropriately. So if I can do it with $250, I prefer to do it with like $200. That way when I get wiped out, I'm only losing 4 losses, right? Which, based on what I did, very easy to make up. So even 250, right? So I'd have to win 5 times to get that back. That's a lot easier than 10 times with that whole 500. But I mean, playing like that, you're at the machine such a short amount of time. It's really not very taxing. 628. So, you know, go before lunch, play, have lunch, play again, and that's it. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to implement that style of play into my lifestyle, but I certainly like it. All right, we're on the 6. I'm looking for Big Red. IPTV. Yes, I'm just testing to see, well, 2 things I'm testing. One is what my win rate is, because we had, what, 19 and 1 basically in Vegas. 19 wins to 1 loss. But, so I want to see if we can replicate that in this 30 sessions, because that would be interesting. And then I also want to see how deep into my bankroll I go on average, so I kind of get a better feel for how much I need to get those 2 units. So I don't want to risk any more than I need to get those 2 units on average. All right? All right, 639, and we are still on the 6. Okay. So yeah, that's the point. Hey, John. Jack Ace, Jack King. I just confirmed what you thought. Okay. Yeah, limit the loss, right. I mean, so I don't put any more at risk than you need to get your 2 units. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. 617, there we go. It's interesting, there are not a lot of bubble craps machines in every casino. They only have usually 1 bank of them. So depending on what hours, and I'm an early bird, so if I was going to do it, I would probably do it early. But I like not that it matters, you know, it's nice to have a $1 and $3 bubble craps machine at your disposal, but I'm playing $25, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so we're off the 6. Yeah, I know you like them home runs. But man, those swings, you got to have a hell of a bankroll for that. 437. Because you're going to strike out more than you get home runs, I'll tell you that right now. So as long as you got a deep enough bankroll to cover that, you're good. For me, 50 bucks, that's a nice little chunk of change. I mean, So I came back, I spent everything I won, right? So I was up, what, 975 bucks. Then I lost that 500, so I was still up 475 bucks. But between my trips to Harbor Freight, which I paid cash for, all my eating out that I paid cash for, I didn't scrimp, but I spent all of that. So I basically spent 9 days in Vegas, and I came home with exactly how much I went with. So is that good? Not good? I don't know, but that's the reality of what it was. But I felt good about it. It was a good trip. Thank goodness it happened at the end of my trip, not the beginning of my trip, because that probably would have put a kink in it. But it was good. Yeah, well, yeah, but you don't have to tip. It's not just the tipping though. It's the time. 527, another come out winner. It's the time, right? So you got to belly up to the table. You got to buy your chips. They got to go through the whole process of marking all your bills, giving you your chips. And then for this strategy, on bubble craps, it's a minute, 2 minutes, probably on average. And then you're cashing out, right? So then they got to color you up. It's just, to me, doing it at the table, just too hard. And regardless of the tipping situation. Free trip to Vegas? What? Yeah, the stadium, and it was interesting. So I learned on the stadium. I think I said it yesterday, and I think I said it in my video too. I think 639 I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, the timer was so slow. It was taking forever." But I wasn't hitting roll. I just assumed that you had to wait that certain amount of time. So I think it was a couple of places where I sat down at the stadium. I just hit roll, and it just went boop. Okay, and it started flipping the dice. So there was nobody else playing craps, I guess. And so if nobody else is playing craps at the time, it just shoots the timer all the way down to nothing. So it's almost as fast as the bubble. Not as fast, but almost as fast. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. That stadium works fine. I was cool with that. I made money every time I sat down at the stadium. 516. Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, nah, not really. So I came home with what I had cash-wise, but I still had airfare, I had my hotel, I had my rental car. So no, it wasn't a free trip. The rental car was like 600 bucks for the 9 days. I did get the 3 nights comped at Santa Fe Station, which is great. I love those guys. Great room, great hotel, great casino, and they totally comp you everything. There's no resort fee or anything. Then I had 4 nights at 437. I had 4 nights at the Excalibur to start with, and they still gig you for resort fees plus taxes. So that cost me 200 bucks for that stay. And then the last 2 nights I was at the Hampton Inn, which is actually the nicest room of any of the rooms I stayed at in either the Excalibur or Santa Fe Station. I do love Hilton properties. Stayed at the Hampton Inn, had my waffle breakfast, and I think that was 130 bucks for the 2 nights, something like that with parking. I think we used partial points for that one, but I'm not sure. So no, it was not a comps trip, but at least from a cash perspective, I didn't spend any cash out of pocket. And it was good. It was a very productive trip. I got everything accomplished on the property that I wanted, met with the contractors I wanted. 639. So that all went swimmingly. To put it in Nemo parlance, it went swimmingly. So I was very happy about that. Could have gone sideways very easily. All right. Point is 9. What do you think? What? Put a stab on the fish? Put a fish on the Barbie. 314. Oh, that's going to hurt me. I got a big bet on the 4 there. No 4. Thank you very much, Dr. S. Yeah, worked out. 538. So far, knock on wood. 4 years of planning, laying it out on my CAD software, and seeing it all come to fruition. It's pretty satisfying, and having it come in the way I expected it. That's very, very satisfying. Because it's been, like I said, 4 years of agonizing. What? I'm not the only one who gives you fish jokes? Darn it. And I thought I was special. 516. 60 from Dixie. Yeah, I'm really surprised at how busy the craps tables are as opposed to the stadium craps and the bubble craps. I guess people just like their craps. They like the social aspect of it, or they think that they're dice influencers. But I mean, I saw several people on the bubble craps reaching into their pocket and putting more money in. You know, it plays the same. Got to have a good strategy, money management. Get it from almost all of Craps Nation. Those guys, no respect. No respect for the fish. 4, hard 4. Oh, that just wiped me out, I think. I'm done. Done on Crapsy. Boom, 5,000 bucks. Ouch. Yeah, the lay 4 caught me today. Oh well. I got my 2 units. That's all I really care about. Six five you. Yeah, I didn't see Big AZ there. the Justice Jen, said he was going to be playing at Santa Fe Station, but the time I was there anyway, I didn't see him. And every time I came in and went, I'd always stroll by the craps tables to see. And also at the Palace Station, I was there a couple of times. Strolled by the craps table to see if there were any of the Casino Quest or CEG folks I recognized. I didn't see any. But that was also very busy. At Palace Station, their craps table was busy quite a bit. 6-4-10. But I love that. I just go right by it. The bubble craps is right there next to it. Sat down, put my money in, couple of spins, boop, right to the redemption machine, right to the bar for my $6.99 cheeseburger. Oh, there's Jen. We played from 9 p.m. to 9 p.m., way past my bedtime. Santa Fe Station. Yeah, all right. That's why I didn't see you. 314. Yeah, I like Santa Fe Station. I got me a big sub from Capriati's there at the food court. American Wagyu. It was a pretty good sandwich. Man, it was huge. 18 inches. Lasted me 4 days. That was awesome. Oh, so you don't want to be there then. You're going to go on the other side of town. 325. Yeah, I met Steve from Press by One there years ago. We met at the Ellis Island first, but I didn't play there. And then we met the next morning at Santa Fe Station and played a little bit. That was closer to his home at the time. Yeah, it's easy to get to, really, from my place on Decatur. Usually it brings me back down Jones, but usually I go up on Decatur. 549, point hit. But it's a short run on the highway. What is it, 215? That roundabout freeway. Just got to hit it when there's not a lot of traffic, which I didn't hit any traffic, thank goodness. I have yet to go elsewhere. Oh, there you go. So far as I am in Las Vegas, it is Santa Fe, El Cortez, and the Strat. And Jerry. I haven't done Jerry's Nugget yet. I definitely want to do that. Their little cafe gets rave reviews. 6410. The carrot cake at Santa Fe Station looked really good that first night I was there. Their whole pastry thing looked pretty good. But then the other nights, because I think I went there for steak and eggs. I got up really early one morning, like 1 a.m. or something. I went down and had their steak and eggs. That was like the worst steak ever. It was like eating shoe leather. The hash browns were good, the eggs were good, and the sourdough toast was really good. But that steak was just plain old nasty. I mean, it was only $9.99, but still, I expect better than a piece of shoe leather for a steak. 628. So I had the cheeseburger at Palace Station. I had the steak and eggs, those are two of their specials they're running at Santa Fe Station. Beef jerky and eggs. Where is that? Hey, Buster, aloha. You need boxcars, Seth? All right. In-N-Out Burger, double. I like the In-N-Out Burger, what do they call it? Protein style. 639. When I was out in California on business, I got that a couple of times. One time I got it in a pretty upset stomach. I don't know if there was something in the lettuce or what, but 639. All right, we need boxcars for Seth for the tall, 2 and 3 for the small. All right, let's work on the boxcars. Come on, boxcars. Here we go. That is a 9 again, 639. Five, 3, 8. Spent $40 on pink box donuts. Oh my goodness, those are expensive. It was $17 just for 4 fritters to bring home with me. 6, 4, 10. Point hit. All right, you're still alive, Seth. Still alive on that bonus. All we need is a box cars 2 and 3. Dr. S, did you get a cocktail service? No, I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. I think when I was at one of the times I was at the stadium, somebody came by and asked me if I wanted a cocktail. I think that was the only time I ever saw a server. 527, darn it. So it's a come out 7, but I think that's going to wipe out our. Yep, sorry, Seth. So the only cocktail I had was when I sat at Palace Station because I was at the bar. I felt like I should order a cocktail, even though she said I didn't have to. And I ordered a Jameson orange. First time I ever had that. Boy, was it orange. But I was talking to some patrons there, locals, and the bartender was really friendly. She was nice. And I asked for some Cholula for my French fries, and she said, "Do you want Cholula or a Tapatio?" I'm like, "I never tried Tapatio." So she gave me a Tapatio, and that was quite good. I was impressed. I brought a little packet home for my wife to try. So maybe I'm going to have to switch from Cholula to Tapatio. 6.5, yo. The guys at work are like, "Oh yeah, you can get that at Walmart." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, Cholula is my favorite too, but after eating the Tapatio, it's got a pretty good flavor. Yeah, I put Cholula on all my breakfast stuff. Four, 3, 7. Man, a lot of come out winners here. All right, let's check the leaderboard. I've been remiss in my duties here. Got a lot of players. Bags, number 1, 9,600. Nemo, 7,700. He did that in like 2 rolls at the beginning. John, Jack Ace, Jack King, 3,000. Very nice. Seth, 665. IPTV, 521. Chew My Fat, 347. I forget who Chew My Fat was. I remember they said there, but I forgot the name. Marble Fork, 347. Buster, 140. The Justice Gin, 130. Bubba Trader, 12 bucks. Charles, 12 bucks. At least you're positive. King Linwood, minus 82. That's no big deal. Baggerly came and went, minus 145. Hoku swang for the fences and missed, minus 5K. And Paradise, bottom of the pile, minus 5K, playing that damn lay 4. What can you do? What can you do? Hey, Reggie, there we go. No, I don't think, I would say I'm not walking distance from the Orleans. It's 0.8 of a mile, but in the summertime, you wouldn't want to do that. 6.5 yo. If they had good places to lock my bike, I would ride my bike. I can ride my electric skateboard. So I would consider either of those 2 options if there was a place to secure either one of those. But, going around the property, I didn't really see anything. So I think, unfortunately, they're driving. But again, it's 0.8 of a mile, and we do a lap around the neighborhood here, which is about 0.8 of a mile. So it's certainly within walking distance. Have you coded this in WinCraps? I haven't. No, I haven't. That's a good idea. It's easy enough to code. I should do that and run like 10,000 sessions and see how it looks. Good idea. 527. Man, another come out 7. What the heck? Yeah, it's actually a very good idea there, Dr. S. You can run like 2 billion sessions and see how it performs over time. 639. Point is 9. Man, look at that. 11, 7, 7, 11, 7, 11, 7, and finally a 9. Wow. Five, 1, 6. Yeah, and it was definitely nice having the MGM credit card so I could park at any MGM property. Just use my Pearl level card for free parking. That definitely makes that nice when you're going to go to the strip. I parked at New York, New York, and went across the street to T-Mobile to talk to them about my internet service there, which was not a very productive conversation, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when I get there. And of course, since I was going through New York, New York, I had to play some craps. 5-2, we're all through. Short roll, Scott. All right, let's see. Any changes in the leaderboard? Bag still number 1. Jack Ace, Jack King, 25, 22.75. Seth coming up, 650 bucks. IEPTV, 360, very nice. Marble Fork, 270. Justice Gin, 150. Bubba Trader, 82. All right. Good day in the casino. I like it. So was that a 24 roller? No, we had all those 7s and 11s. That wasn't a 24 roller. We had a 9, then we had a 6, and then we 7'd out. Oh, because of all the come out. Maybe it was a 24 roller because of the come outs. But yeah, I see. Roll 24. All right, all right, all right. 516. After a point was established, though, it wasn't very long. But Durango was nice. First time I'd been in there. I went down there to have some beef chow fun at an Asian place. What was it called? I don't know. It was on from one of the YouTube channels. It was really good. I mean, the noodles were so fresh. Probably Danny the medic. I think he went there. I don't think he went to the one in Durango though. I think he went to. I think there's one closer to Spring Mountain, Chinatown area. But anyway, that's the one I ended up at. 325. But I was the only non-Asian guy in the restaurant, and I got there just before the lunch crowd, so it wasn't too bad when I got there. But when I left, boy, there was a long line. But it was good. Oh, Rainbow Kitchen, it was called. Rainbow Kitchen. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, the windows were nice. A lot of natural light in there. 617. Yeah, and they had the cranes out there. I mean, they're not wasting any time with their expansion. Yeah, I know you like your stadium Baccarat. 235. What's a different ethnicity? Yeah, certainly at that Rainbow Kitchen it was. They were all Asians and they were mostly speaking Chinese. At least the ones around me were, which I think is probably a good sign for a Chinese food place. If the locals are there and they're speaking Chinese, and that's probably a good sign. The meal was fabulous. And then I went to that Aroma Latin American Cocina that I saw on Hungry Vegas, and I got the beef tip mole. Man, that was good. Yeah, I definitely ate pretty good this trip. And I did get my gas station chimichanga. 617 out. Yeah, we'll do a couple more hands and then we'll check the leaderboard again. What's the matter, Nemo? You getting sucked back in to try to get a higher score? That's what any respectable degenerate gambler would do. I don't know, just saying. 617. It's a come out winner. Uh-oh, the numbers are dropping though. We're losing people? All right, let's go down to the bottom. All right, so Bags is still number one at 8,600. Oh yeah, Nemo, what did you do? What did you do? Oh, Nemo, Nemo, Nemo. Ugh. Buster's out, Hoku's out, I'm out, Nemo's out, Seth is out. Oh my goodness. Oopsies. All right. So now it's Bags, IPTV, and the Justice Chin. Top three. You're coming out. So Jen, how did you do? Discipline, yeah. The fish without discipline. 415. Did you have a successful trip? Did you make money? Sure you had fun. .415. Point is 5. Oh, 9 to 1 a.m. No way. Too old for that stuff. Nope, didn't make any money. Oh, well. Well, hopefully you had fun. 325. Point hit. Shrugs. Sighs. Yeah, that's good. Doing it with fake money is definitely better than doing it with real money. It was too chaotic running to multiple casinos. Yeah, that definitely... For me, it wasn't bad because I was in and out so quickly. But yeah, there is a fair distance between most of them casinos. But I thought it was interesting. Where was I? Oh, at the Excalibur. I had a great view from the Excalibur. That's a boxcars. Great view from the Excalibur. And when the sun came up, so the sun came up from the east, obviously, and it lit up the west. But you could see Durango, you could see Red Rock, you could see the really far casinos in the corners of the valley from there, which I thought was really interesting. They really tower over the rest of the structures around them. And with those windows, they really light up when the sun comes up. It is what it is. Yep, and that's all what it is. I'm going to stick to 1 for Big AZ. Okay. I don't understand the 4 Big AZ. 314. Like I said, I met him years ago, and I think it was at the Cosmo, and then we walked over to the Aria. which are right there together, or other way around. Met at the Aria, then went over to the Cosmo to play some craps, bubble craps. All right, 4 is the point. 15 minutes. Six, 4, 10. But I also found it interesting that the energy and the busyness at New York was so much more than any of the off strip casinos, and even much more than Excalibur ebbed and flowed. So it got busy, but for the most part, it wasn't so busy. But and again, I was only at New York that one time, but it was pretty darn busy. I don't remember what time of day it was. I think it was early afternoon, but it was hopping. Six, hard 6. Crabs. New York, New York. Still haven't been in the Palms. 415. Or Fontainebleau. Haven't been in Fontainebleau yet. I did go into the Palms a couple of trips ago, but I don't think I played any craps there. I haven't been to Resorts World yet. Hey Nick, good afternoon. Six, 1, 7 out. All right, let's check the leaderboard. Coming down to the last 13 minutes. Bags, 12,800. Continuing the lead. Jack Ace, Jack King, 2,300. Very nice. IPTV, 411. Marble Fork, 200. Justice Jen, 200. Nick, just starting. He's already plus 67. Very nice. Baggerly left at 145. Charles is down 150. King Linwood is back minus 162. Bubba Trader minus 912. Ooh, that's not too good. Chew My Fat. Reggie down 4K. And then the rest of us are all busted out sitting here watching you guys play. Fun. Fun. All right, coming out. Six, 2, 8. Easy 8. So like I was saying yesterday, this will be my last 30 session series. And then I'm packing everything up. So that probably the first week in May, we'll be done with this, 6 weeks from now. And then it's all going dark. Don't know for how long. Going to be that probably the second, third week in June. It's going to be a long time. I'm going to lose all my subscribers. Oh well. They're all going to move on to other craps people. Yeah, I did finally find your channel. Oh, dice off the table, no roll. I did finally find your table there, Nemo, but your audio is really poor. I don't know if it was just a couple of videos I watched, but it was really choppy and not clear, garbled. Are you using your phone, or what are you using for your microphone? All right, let's try that again. Here we go. 6, 2, 8. Point is 8. What happened? Why did it not give me a point of 8? Did I do it twice? Or what, we were on the 8 and now we're off the 8? Guess I missed that one. Didn't get the memo on that one. Yeah, thank you, IPTV. I kind of figured that. Oh, okay, so it's the computer? All right, cool. Yeah, the content seemed good. I enjoyed it, but it was having a really hard time following it with that broken audio. 639. I like your intro, and you definitely have a flair for the editing stuff. 639. The production value, I guess that's what I was looking for. You've got good production value, other than the audio, which sounds like you've got that resolved, so that's good. There you go. As long as you keep trying, you'll get better. 6, 6, 12. Boxcars. Midnight. Double on the bubble. Yeah, I enjoy the social interaction of the live. I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this, right? So that part of it, because when I'm in a casino, I don't really care to be social, and that's why I like the bubble craps, and I like the Baccarat, Waylon's Waycraft Baccarat strategy on the bubble craps. Just get in and out, hit and run. I prefer that for my gambling, but for this, with the craps peeps, I enjoy this for sure. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. Oh no! Internet died. That sucks. Yeah, Stadium is good. I didn't do the one. I didn't. So what's the difference between? So I would call the Stadium the one that has the bubble craps, the roulette, blackjack, baccarat sometimes, right? So it's got the multiple things there, and then you just pick digitally which one you want to play. But there's also the one that has the tub, where you go up and actually roll the dice with a dealer standing there, and you take turns. It's still digital, like the roll to win. So I thought that was considered Stadium also, although I call the other one Stadium. I don't know. Is there a different name for that type of play where you have the little tub? All right, 9's a point. Let's see if we can get a bonus here in the last 7 minutes. Here we go. It's a negatory Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. 437, ouch. I think that just about torpedoes our bonus chances for today's session. But you never know. Auto craps. Stadium is the one where the live person tosses it. Okay, so that's considered Stadium. Auto craps is the other one where you sit down and you have multiple machines all tied into the multiple games. Okay, all right. So I've been calling it Stadium craps. It's really not. Yeah, I definitely like the digital also. Marble Fort. 10, hard 10. For the reasons I was talking about earlier. Because I'm a hit and run kind of person, and just the time to buy in and then color up for a couple hits does not really worth it. I never heard it called auto craps though. I thought that was also Stadium. Yeah, I saw there was at least one casino I was in that had the Stadium, but I did not partake in that one. But I did do the ones where you just sit down and you got multiple stations. I think that's the one Dr. S was talking. Although there was, I think it was in Durango, I think. They had a stadium, I want to call it a stadium Baccarat. They had a lot of seats and a lot of people in them seats. And it looked like they had a live dealer up front doing the Baccarat. So to me, that would be similar to the craps stadium, or stadium craps. But it was nice. I mean, fancy, dragon, decorations, and it was kind of nice. $617, that's a loser, or 7 out, I guess. I didn't move the puck, but that is a 7 out. So we are off to 10. All right, last shooter. Let's see, anybody moved around on the old leaderboard here? Oh, Bags, number 1, 12,802. Very nice. Oh, Bags was number 1 anyway. They left at 12,800. Jack Ace, Jack King, very nice, 2,900. Nick, 1,200, very good. The Justice Gen, 200. Marble Fork, 80 bucks. Very nice. All right, let's make this the last shooter. Here we go. Coming out. $325. 29 days for what? $325. You going to Vegas? They give you plenty of drinks? Oh, okay. Yeah, Durango was very nice. Just a bit of a drive for me, but combine it with lunch or shopping. There you go. Come out 7. Oh, that's not a come out 7. We were on the 5. All right, we'll do one more shooter. Last one. Yep, you're welcome, Reggie. Have a great rest of your day. Dr. S. This is 2 of 30. Sorry, 2 of 30. Yeah, I did. Yesterday was 1 of 30. I got to change the names on the videos so I can keep track of them. 426. So yesterday I went down $50, I think, into my bankroll before I got my 2 units. Today I went 75 into my bankroll before I got my 2 units. So let's see how many we can get. See if we can anywhere near approximate what I did in Vegas. So the trip before this one, I was 7 for 7, win all winners for 50 bucks. This one I was 19 for 20. Really, I did one more I put in 100 bucks and I took 25 bucks out. So, but I didn't count that one. But that was another winner. So 20 for 21, but that one loss was 500 bucks. Still pretty damn good. Ended up 475. All right. Good luck, Charles. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm a short roll king, I guess. 628. So yeah, I'll be interested in this. And like you said, I think that was a really good suggestion, Dr. S. I will code it into WinCraps and run a crap load of sessions on it and see how it looks. That's more accurate than what we're doing here. But I don't know if it'll tell me what the bankroll drawdown was. That I'm not sure about. I don't think so. 5-2, we're all through. Look at that, right on the hour. Bazinga. All right, let's check the leaderboard one last time. Bags is at top, I'm sure. Bags, 12,800. They already left. Nick, nice, 16,500. 1,650 bucks. The Justice Jen, 217. Cold Bones, welcome and good job, 50 bucks. And then we had King Linwood, upside down, the K. Bubba Trader, upside down, 1,300. Sorry, 1K, 1,300. 4,500. Oh, the wife's got pizza. Oh, quesadilla. All right, I'm coming right out. All right, I got to go. I just got a call for a hot quesadilla. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. Hope to see some of you back here tomorrow. Same craps time, same craps channel. Session number 3, $50 hit and run. Gotta love it. Later, Gators. Yep, see you, Charles. See you, everybody.